Hello there.
Hey.
So this is Owen and Brian. We've been doing some experiments with recording Silent Hill Downpour gameplay.
Yes, we have.
This game is a little weird, but we're gonna try and capture the entire experience from the top. Right? We've got a game that's already in here. I don't know how far we got. 68%. That's all right. That's where we were, but we're gonna throw it all away.
We're just gonna start over because we
That's
need the total experience.
that's right. Uh, yeah, I can't actually see that logo at all, so this is gonna be great. We're gonna go with max brightness. So, game difficulty and puzzle difficulty. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think that you should just go with what feels comfortable at this
I, I
point.
I'm a pretty vanilla kind of guy. I like to leave things in their default settings.
Yeah, I think I think I like to occasionally bump the difficulty if things are. I like to bump the difficulty when there's like an incentive to bump the difficulty. If there's no like special reason or special trophies or whatever to, you know, uh, that would require the difficulty being bumped, it's like I don't really see the logic in doing that.
Yeah, why
Kind of.
bother?
Yeah, I mean, it's like unless you're gonna get like some goodies or out of it. I mean, for goodies, I mean goodies in the sense of like virtual goodies. I mean, I don't really know. um, like Last of Us, I think has pretty well incentivized like the higher difficulty levels because it's like if you clear the top one, you get all the other badges underneath.
Oh,
All
really?
right,
So
Murphy, it's all
yeah,
set. Make it
so
quick.
we're in
Follow
the
me.
game now. We're starting the cinema, I guess, and this dude's Murph, if I remember correctly from last time, he's
Come on,
in
Murphy,
prison.
stop screwing around. I don't
Yeah,
This
got
is
all
this
day.
jail.
guy is this guy's locked up.
It's a very sort of like Los Angeles kind of jail almost. It feels like he feels like he's in the Bradbury building or something like that instead of being in jail. I've never really seen a jail with that kind of elevator before.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, like the elevator with the sort of classical elevator with the bars that open and everything.
He's
I
all
don't
yours now.
really, I don't
Make
really
it
know
quick,
too much about
Cupcake.
that. So,
Hey, almost forgot. I left you a little
so
present
you
on the
you've been in the
bench.
game for a little while now.
Have
Um,
fun.
but you gotta just this is one of those like walking intros where you walk through and I don't know if I'm really too much of a fan of these. I know that most games, at least like with the credits in the a lot of games do this now, and I have to say, coming from like an old timey game background, I don't really
My
get that much out
target.
of it.
An old
Um,
timey game background, huh?
I feel like that sometimes now, like you know. But I mean, I'm not the old timey game. I mean, I'm talking like, you know, Super Nintendo era. Like, you never saw something like this in a Super Nintendo game. But I don't. But then again, it's like I don't really know if it's a good. I don't really know how much it like if it's like a stylistic contrivance or it feeds you into the story better. I don't really like. It doesn't really do that much for me. How about you?
Yeah, they weren't going to waste the memory on just walking around back then.
Yeah, it seems kind of like I don't mind like the Kojima intros a lot of times. I think that those when he does his intros, those are kind of cool with the credits and everything. But like the actual like walking around through the credits thing, I don't I don't really know about that. I mean, and I'm a guy who likes a good credit sequence in front of movies. Like I enjoy that. But in a video game, I don't know. I don't really know about that.
You're not making a movie here, guys.
Yeah, get it straight. Um,
I'm not here because I am a fan of the director.
So are you still turning on the showers now?
Yeah, we got to get it all nice and steamy.
Yeah. It's like
Jesus, you scared the hell out of me.
it's like I'm just trying to think of a movie with like a good shower scene in it. Or like
Let's talk about Psycho for a minute.
like Psycho. Yeah, we could talk about Psycho. I mean,
Supposed to be here.
is this like a Psycho homage right here?
Officer Sewell.
I really hope not, because they're just fucking butchering it if
You
it
don't
is.
recognize me, do you?
Yeah, I don't really know. It's just
Guard,
I was trying to think of like I know there's like a
We used to be neighbors.
I know I'm trying to think of a movie with a shower scene like Apt Pupil or something. Like I don't know. That's like the hey, Philip Seymour Hoffman's here.
Yeah.
guards, open the
I think this is like
Help somebody.
post this feels like post
It's a violation of my rights. Who the hell
heroin
do you think
era
you are?
Philip Seymour Hoffman almost like it's kind or like pre-heroin era Philip Seymour Hoffman. I can't really tell. Though maybe he was always on heroin like
From
throughout.
birth. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. Rest in peace, Philip Seymour Hoffman. You will be missed.
You know, he really will. Like, did he shoot that final
Hunger Games?
Hunger Games movie? I hope so.
He did enough of it so that they didn't have to do that much, but apparently they did have to CG him in a couple scenes.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. It was like one of those Mrs. Soprano deals when they had to like plop the head. I think they're much better at it now, circa 2014. But they, you know, he's got a double, and you got to fight this guy.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Help me, somebody.
You just got to stab him in the fat. Like,
Yeah.
like what?
Yeah.
What do you have to do? Does he start leaking like lard? Like when you stab him? Like I don't.
Yeah, it's like stabbing a jug of corn syrup. It just starts oozing out.
This is like so weird. Oh man. Oh. That's like that guy who like just stumbled into the McDonald's that had the knife in his back in Queens. That was like rough. But now you gotta club him.
So this is really like a formative moment for Murphy,
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
And they set it up as a tutorial. Like, this is how you fight.
Does he think that? I didn't really catch it. Does he think that guy had something to do with the death of his son?
You know, we've been playing this game for about 10 minutes now, and I didn't pay close enough attention to find out.
Yeah, me neither.
I was really just on autopilot there.
Yeah, it's okay.
We'll find out when we watch this.
Yeah.
You know exactly.
Maybe, if we don't zone out
You know, so now.
immediately.
But this is pretty fucking brutal for like even by game standards, like Konami
yeah.
standards. Maybe it has to do with the whole thing which we discovered last time, which was the Czech farm out of this game. Maybe Eastern Europeans by nature are more brutal than Japanese.
Yeah.
Though I kind of doubt that, but I'm just trying to like think my way through it.
Guess today's a big day, huh? Tell you the truth, I'm sort of sorry to see you go.
Okay, so this was like a flashback kind of thing.
Secure.
Oh.
Open 302B. Transfer.
He was remembering.
Does he have like highlights in his hair, or is that like just weird lighting and shading?
I think that's yeah, that's the telltale Unreal Engine. Everything looks kind of wet
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. It looked like when he was in the bed that he had like frosted tips or something. Like I don't really dig that look on my game characters. The
They
frosted
have,
tips look.
They have a salon in his cell block.
Paul Mitchell.
I don't know what that is.
It's a like a chain of hair salons and hair products. Like
Yeah, it is.
so. Yeah,
It's great to have you know, friends like you that live in really urban areas, so you can tell me these things.
You live in an urban area now. I mean, I wouldn't
I live
like
out in
sell
the
yourself
burbs,
short.
man.
Yeah, I guess you do kind of like live in the burbs, but Hillsborough does have its own sort of special charms, I would say. like you know, like BJ's, School of Respect.
I thought yeah,
Um,
I thought that was going to be your first stop.
I didn't want to say the School of Respect first because I knew that's what you were thinking I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be surprising. Oh, the only things I know that are in Hillsborough are where you work,
Yeah.
honestly, and the School of Respect, and that's like all I know about
Those are the
Hillsborough,
only two
Oregon.
things that matter.
And Intel. Intel is there too. That's all I
Yeah.
know.
God
Intel,
damn
where,
Intel. God.
where you work, and the School of Respect, and that's like
Those Intel guys, they're so full of themselves.
they
all the
probably
time.
just hog the buffet at whatever at a local buffet at like Cracker Barrel or whatever you have
Forget
in
about the
Oregon.
buffet. I'm talking about the sidewalk. You just walking around.
Ooh, they're
you
just
know,
like
and you know how people complain about, you know, in San Francisco,
Yes, this
people
is it.
complaining about, you
No
know, the
fond
Facebook
farewell?
people and the Google
or the Twitter
like,
people or whatever.
you know, just like crowding out everybody, even
Yeah.
on the sidewalk, restaurants, whatever, just like pushing their way through.
Give it a couple of
Yeah,
days
it's
at
exactly like
Wayside
that,
Max.
except it's Intel
I
for
bet
me.
you'll start
Do they
thinking
all
it's
have
nice
like
after all.
Intel badges
Yeah,
on? Is that how you tell
Sure
them?
are gonna miss
they all
you.
have those big white clean room suits.
Move along.
They're all just they occasionally stop to do disco in
They're,
the middle of
yeah,
the street like
yeah,
that commercial.
They're out
Whoa.
on their lunch break, you know, just ready to do that pretend moonwalk.
Dropping those microchips everywhere.
Like they don't even care. The microchips, irrelevant.
Hey, what actor does this guy look like? The prison guard. I think he kind of looks a little Kevin Bacon-ish from like maybe like an evil Kevin Bacon.
Are you serious?
A little bit. He looks a little Bacon-ish. But
All yours now, sugar.
so now Murph, I hate that like when the hair flickers on the shadow flickers on the
Alright.
face like or whatever when
Good lady.
in Unreal.
Yeah.
That's an Unreal Engine. That's a UE3 thing.
What we got
Like-
here?
Yeah,
Cards for
no,
hair.
all of these characters have like weird shadowy artifacts all over their face like
Pendleton.
all the time.
Okay, so you're a little bit ahead, but I just saw that female cop,
Hmm.
and
on the
what's her
bus.
bag? I don't know. She's just like
She's well, okay, so her badge says jail officer. That's
that's really descriptive.
that's for real what she is. That is her function.
That's real descriptive.
This guy with the shotgun has a really weird walk.
The guy in the background. Yeah. This is kind of like this is pretty drawn out. This
Yeah,
Murph-
this is elaborate.
Murph Pendleton.
Murph Pendleton.
That's
Get
his
him
name?
out of here.
That's his name, Murph Pendleton.
Yeah.
That sounds
yeah.
like that. Pendleton and Murph don't really go together. with
Not
me.
at all.
Like, I would think like Murph O'Reilly or Murph Murphy or I don't know. Like, if it was Murph Murphy, I think that would be like really really great. Because that would just, you know, that would be a Japanese game designer thing. I think.
Just like, yeah, we thought of one name. That'll
Yeah.
do. We'll just use it twice.
Yep. It's twice as nice. So now we're driving through Sweden or somewhere or Alaska or the Pacific Northwest. I can't really tell. Oh, we're going to Silent Hill.
Somewhere in Italy, maybe.
We're in the Dolomites. Yeah, we're just like driving through the mountain. It's like we're driving straight into Alan Wake.
You have a good nap, Weddle? Tell me something, puta. That true what I heard about you? Did you really do it?
Shut the hell up!
Yeah, they're having a bus time conversation right now.
Get up, damn it!
Some of these, yeah. These inmates are trying to rile up Murphy. They want to know if he really did the deed.
Oh, I'm sure he did. I can tell you right now, I'm sure he did.
It's obvious. I mean, he didn't even deny it.
Yeah, Murph looks guilty. Like he just kind of has that. He has that guilty, that guilty face.
But maybe that's just his face.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just a guy who always looks guilty.
Going off the rails on a shitty bus. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And now we're in Silent Hill Downpour.
Welcome to Silent Hill.
Welcome. Enjoy your stay.
Okay. Think. Find the
Come on, Konami, pick
Listen
up the
around,
pace.
turn
This
yourself
is
in
like
the
taking
bus.
too long to get to the actual game. This is not Terrence Malick movie. This is just like a game.
Well, I think we're about there.
I think we're almost there
Yeah.
too. I'm actually like, it's just like all blurry and weird and. Yeah, so we're just kind of like, we've just gone off the side of the road and we're just kind of, whoa, a tree. It's kind of.
Yeah, so
Guess I'm not going that way.
we're just kind of picking ourselves up out of this wrecked bus. That's cool.
So Murph just kind of, so Murph just kind of got to go around the forest and find his way. Now, I mean, I kind of know where he goes based on, the fact that we're doing this kind of like out of order or whatever, but so he's just got to kind of, I bet there's, I think you're probably back towards the bus now. Oh wait, you just passed right by the bus. But there might. Is there anything? Is there anything in the bus that you'd have to grab, like, or
Well, from my original playthrough, I think when I started this game last time,
This didn't
Yeah.
happen in the accident.
it was like well over a year ago. I know that when I started, early on, you get two items. You get a flashlight and you get a pistol.
but you don't get them. You don't get them from. They actually find them like in the forest, kind of.
Well, that's kind of I'm having a real hard time remembering.
Yeah.
But okay, so I've got the flashlight here. That's,
You got the flashlight.
that's good, but I don't have
Oh.
the
There's a.
UV light,
Oh.
which I
Yeah.
know is coming to me, and I'm
But-
really looking forward to that.
Yeah. So wait, he's got that corpse had the flashlight. And that's a totally different, unrelated corpse, because that's not from the bus. That's just like corpse in the
Yeah.
woods.
Well, yeah. Let me just go back and inspect this guy because I didn't even think about that. Let's check him out. Oh no, he looks like he came from the bus.
Oh, he did come from the bus.
Is he a prisoner or yes? He's in
Wait.
the jumpsuit.
Wait, so the prisoner is right there. That guy that you're flashing the light, that you're putting the light on, that's the prisoner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
the
know why
other
he
guy
had
with
a flashlight.
the other guy with the flashlight was the cop.
No, that was the guy that I got the flashlight from.
Oh, okay. Wait, the prisoner had a flashlight?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Why would? That's so weird. It's like, why would you give a mag light to a prisoner? And maybe it's not a mag light. That would be kind of like frightening to give a mag light to a prisoner, because that's basically like a weapon. I wouldn't do that. Like,
Hey, here's a boat. Maybe we can use that to make our escape.
yeah, I mean, I think that that there would be that's probably beyond the scripting abilities of the developers at this point in the game.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think I don't think they drop a moving boat on you right away. I think this is just like grope around in the woods for items, and eventually you'll hit the next sort of like location time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sort of like the prelude where you have to go and you have to find a couple things, and you know it's spooky, scary.
Yeah. We're
Not a
still in
werewolf.
tutorial mode, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's not a werewolf bar mitzvah though. It's just spooky and
This is
scary.
crazy.
I do love a good werewolf bar mitzvah, though.
Boys becoming men, men becoming wolves. I mean, like it's like poetry. It's probably the only good song Donald Glover's ever written. Oh snap!
It's the circle of life, my friend.
I know. It really depresses me that they play like the Donald Glover Childish Gambino rap songs on the radio now. Like I don't know why that is. He's just like a bad rapper. He's not really that good.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that because
Why do people
you
at work?
know, well, somebody on my Twitter timeline was going nuts because there was a video on YouTube of him freestyling at some radio station,
Yeah, it was horrible.
and yeah, they were just talking about how awesome it was, and I was like halfway through the video, and I was like, is this gonna get like magically? Is he just gonna flip the switch, and it's just gonna get great all of a
Yeah.
sudden? No, I didn't.
I don't
And see any of
want to make any judgments, but was the person a man or a woman, and what was the age range?
I'm having a hard time recalling who it was.
Okay, so it must be someone you have some respect for.
This is stupid.
I think it was a retweet. You know,
Oh, it was a retweet. Okay,
it was. You know,
it's all right.
this
Yeah,
is not a person that I follow.
Oh, okay. But it was somebody trying to say that they thought he was an okay rapper.
More than that, they thought
yeah.
that it was,
Amazing.
you know,
Amazing.
a great piece of rap. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna say no.
Okay, Brian, we've got an important decision to make here.
Yeah, what's the decision?
Well, the lady jail officer has just fallen, and we need to decide if we're going to help her or if we're going to leave her.
You know what? I'd help her.
This is a really binary situation.
Yeah. I actually referred to getting, as far as binary situations in my own life, there's a taco place right next to a Chipotle. Help her. That's
Yeah.
what I would do. There's a taco
Okay.
place right next to a Chipotle, and I basically referred to it as the Sophie's Choice of lunch options. So
There you go.
yeah, help her. I would help her. She's kind of hot.
Okay, so that didn't go well.
Oh, would you try to help her?
Yeah, I absolutely tried to help her.
Yeah,
But,
I'm waiting for you to I have to, we're buffering, so I haven't seen it yet.
If only I'd move faster.
But I'll see it in a minute. It's kind of it didn't honestly, in the world of Silent Hill, I'm not surprised it didn't go well.
But at least, you know, we made the effort.
You know what? Your conscience is clear.
It's the thought that counts. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, she's got to be dead.
yeah.
There's no way around that.
I mean, Murph is obviously like a little bit. That's a little traumatic.
He doesn't seem too shaken up.
Well, he's just got to go and start walking around aimlessly in the woods again.
He's
So-
got a concussion, I think, is what's going on.
So now we're on a road. It's just crossed over. Maybe you should call an Uber.
I would like to.
Except it's not really an Uber, it's like a hearse that just pulls up.
Something is very wrong here.
You know Uber would definitely go for like cross promotion in a game if like they could get away with it. Just like actually, it'd have to be like a game. It would probably be like a game like Sunset Overdrive,
Yeah.
and you would call up an Uber, except it would be like, a special car with, like flames and on the side, like a Guy Fieri mobile. So you summon like with an Uber, like a Guy Fieri mobile.
Yeah.
That would be something that I could see like Microsoft putting in a game.
I don't know how to react to that. That's
It's okay.
I'm new in Silent Hill, but that's the most bizarre image I've had in my head so far.
A Guy Fieri mobile that just pulls up like with flames on the
Yeah.
side. Yeah. He's a bizarre guy, Owen. He's a really bizarre guy.
So oh, okay. So we're at this gas station, right? So
Yeah.
have you seen this dog? Hand-drawn picture of a really weird-looking dog. Love that. That's great.
That's like almost that reminds me of the Hopkin Green Frog picture. If you've ever seen it, it was this it was like a disabled kid created a picture, and he's like, "Have you seen my frog?" And it was like this hand-drawn picture of the frog, and it went viral like a couple of years ago with like this hand-drawn picture of that is like the worst dog picture. I mean, like, it looks like he's wearing a party hat. It doesn't look like he even has ears. It looks like he's got like a lopsided, like that one character in Oz, like Adabasi. How Adabasi had the hat that would always stay on the side. It looks like the dog is like wearing a party hat on the side that just stuck to the side of his head. It doesn't look like he has an ear. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, probably not.
So what happens if we call that number on the bottom?
Well, if I can find a phone, I absolutely will. Dead or alive, we gotta let them know.
Yes, this is Silent Hill. Hello? They only let you turn off the radio? What if the ghosts want to like listen to it? I don't get it. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. I
All right.
that's the other Silent Hill staple, right? I gotta get my walkie-talkie or my radio or whatever.
Oh yeah, totally. That's a big thing.
I don't have that yet.
That's a big thing
So-
in Japanese games, like radios, and it seems like, maybe it's a whole thing with like how when Japan like started making products after World War II, they were like synonymous with like transistor radios or something. I don't know. Maybe that's some sort of like weird shout out to Japanese electronics heritage. I don't know. I just have to come up with something to say because this is a commentary, so I don't know if that's true or not. I feel like I'm playing
okay.
like amateur anthropologist whenever I kind of try to bring this stuff up.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually thinking about like Japanese ghost stories earlier today in preparation of this, and sort of like how the Silent Hill games, kind of they're not really like Japanese in the same way that something like Final Fantasy is like Japanese. Like the horror in this is more like a hodgepodge versus versus like something like Final Fantasy, which has like these sort of a game more like Final Fantasy, which has like these shamanistic kind of like influences and like earth and like gotta find this like elemental sword kind of thing. And the horror games are like more like we watched a lot of horror movies and we made a game like it kind of thing. So I don't really know about if that's like 100% true, but that's just kind of, wait, is that like garage like a false front? Like, no, there's actually like a building there, but it's just kind of a funny, idea that it's, yeah, I guess you are actually walking around a building.
Yeah, there's a section though that I don't know. But okay, we got a walkie-talkie. That's
we did. Cool.
Scratch that off the bucket list. We also found our first wheelchair, which is meant to be, critical iconography of the franchise.
Definitely.
I don't know why we would have a wheelchair on the roof of a gas station, but that happened.
Party. There's a party up there.
There had to be a party.
it was they got some growler fills down the road, and they ended up
Yeah.
on the roof of the gas station.
Yeah, and they
Friday
drank
night.
them through traffic cones, and
Traffic code shots. I don't really know. It wouldn't be shots. It would
yeah,
be.
I don't.
It'd be like
I don't
a traffic cone beer bong.